up in this thing. You can't roll with us if your last name don't got no loyalty. Podcast party poppin', but you already knew. I've been rolling with these folks. This that Monday night crew. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you.
Yo, what's happening, good people? I was gonna start out with a joke about B-Dot hating virtual, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, it's a Monday night, bro. But last name Loyalty bringing the vibes, bro. It's your boy K-Dot Mims. I got my bros B-Dot, DJ J Dub, and Sensei with me. What's happening, fellas?
What up, y'all?
What up?
Hey, what's happening? Hey, real quick, man. So December 7th, man. If you don't already know, we will be in Miami, Florida, man. Podcast party is official, man. Tickets on sale right now. Millennialsversustheworld.com. Also, October 28th, man, we got the second live set from DJ Marcus Sell coming out, man. Be on the lookout for that. If you enjoy what we're doing, man, please like, comment, subscribe, share the page. That's how we grow the brand. But fellas, man, what's happening on this good Monday, man? Got the boys on virtual on a Monday. What's happening
on a Monday, though? On a Monday.
Yeah. How everybody doing?
We here, bro.
Yeah. Feeling good, though.
Thanks.
Long Monday, but hey, we here.
Man.
All right. Hey, look, so we're going to get into it, man. We got a couple reaction videos for y'all, man. Pop the balloon. There's a couple dope things that got sent our way. And then we're going to tap into a couple topics that we're going to talk about. But here we go. Let's get right into it. So here's a recent clip from the last week's episode of Pop the Balloon. If you don't watch it, there was this young lady about 20 years old. Her job title was, this stuff is not given in the clip. Her title was video vixen, actress, etc., etc. A guy popped her balloon, and this was her reaction.
And over here we got a pop. And over here we got a pop. Your name and age?
I'm John. I'm 27.
Okay.
Hi, John.
And John, why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I actually didn't think that you were indecisive or anything like that. I think, maybe it might be the nerves or something.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like the lifestyle that you said you wanted to live, like the countryside, farm and all that. I've lived in the city my whole life. I'm not a country person. Like, I've tried it and I just wouldn't succeed in that. So just wanted to pop and not waste time.
Okay, no problem.
Makes sense. And now, is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay, why not?
He looks a little gay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Leave.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not, it's okay.
I mean, I'm here, right?
Yo, we acknowledge real quick that she said, if you're not,
it's okay. Right?
Like,
yeah.
what?
You like
Crazy,
women.
bro.
Yeah.
He's on this lineup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some wild shit. Whoa.
All right, fellas, what's y'all thoughts, man? What's y'all thoughts, bro? What's y'all thoughts, man? What's y'all thoughts on the young lady?
That's crazy.
My reaction, bro. Like, I feel like some people come up there just to try to go viral, bro. Because why would you say that?
Right.
He's up there.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't a man. So obviously he up there for women, which means he's not gay.
Right.
So why would you do that, bro? Why would you do that? I feel like because of what she does, right?
Yeah.
I feel like she was trying to have a moment. And if she wasn't, she really don't think about what she say before she say it. Like, she's just that person. Because there's no reason for you to say, for her to have said that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think there's a way you could have said that. So this is the thing I will say. This is probably gonna be unpopular, but I think there has been a lot of like feminine attributes into males like style now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different feminine like style things that stylish on a guy now that was not always like that when we was coming up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
However, there's a way to say what you were trying to say. I think the biggest thing is like we don't talk about like women don't like rejection either. Like she could have said like I'm not really into the way you dressing, but because that's really what it is.
That's it. Yeah.
See, but she got embarrassed because he popped the balloon on her, and now he got to look gay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then gonna follow up and say, "Oh, if you're not, it's okay."
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. That
was
crazy.
I think the extra spice on the "if you not, it's okay" was definitely wild. It's just like Doc said, it's like he's there for the women's section.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly he's trying to get with a woman. I will definitely agree with Keenan because the little choker was a little tight. I don't know if Cuz can breathe. You feel me? And I get the fashion stuff. Like I ain't super into all the fashion realities, but modern day dudes be fashionable, however that seems. But I mean, she definitely could have just said it's the style. Like you doing too much for me, rather than just say he's gay.
Right.
Cause that was out of pocket. That was out of line. I ain't gonna lie.
Straight out of pocket. All
That
the
was
way out.
wild.
What about you, Jay?
I think for me it was a few things. The first thing for me, I think that we have to acknowledge that a lot of these women and men that are going on these shows, they feel entitled.
Mm-hmm.
I think for real, for what I got from it, I think she was almost like the audacity of this nigga to pop his balloon on me, like when I wasn't even looking.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't even on my radar, and for you to pop, like she almost felt like disrespected, low key.
Yeah.
I feel like the fashion world is leaning more towards that, the trying to sprinkle a little feminine razzle dazzle, if you would, for some people. But his outfit was definitely crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. That was a lot. But to call that man,
I feel like that's what it is now, bro.
Yeah, but no, it is, and I'm just saying, like, it works for him. That ain't me. But what I'm saying is to call that man gay, you just wanted to insult this person because, like, you don't take rejection well. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
He felt disrespected.
I feel like people be going up there for a viral moment, boost their platform, like.
Yes.
To embarrass this man like that, that's to embarrass this man enough to change his outfit.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, bro.
They responses be crazy on this show.
Yeah.
Like,
they do be.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't think people realize, man, embarrassment is a hell of an emotion.
Yes.
Like if you embarrass somebody, bro, the reaction is never going to be good. And I think the other thing is, and I'm not blaming this and not saying every young woman is like this.
Mm-hmm.
She was also like 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? And I get maturity. I get how people do whatever they do, but like that still plays a factor into how you react to situations. Because I'm gonna say, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like for a heterosexual male, that's the quickest way to try to demasculate them publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, sure.
No matter what. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And if he wouldn't have responded the way he would have, and just say he went on her, it wouldn't even matter what he provoked or what he said to provoke, what she said to provoke that type of reaction out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, again, Jay, you said it earlier. Again, I do think style. I ain't about to start wearing no baggy jeans no more.
Mm-hmm.
But style has kind of just changed, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just changed. And bro's outfit was a little out there, man.
Yeah.
Her outfit was a little out there.
He was doing a bit much with the fit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I ain't lying to you, bro.
But I mean, he was for sure. But that's it. That's his style, and that's his. You know, his what he wanted to put on. That's cool. I just think she just took it overboard because it was the rejection. She was just embarrassed.
For sure.
He did say he was a city boy, so that's how city boys dress. You feel me? That's how.
They go to my man here like that.
Yeah.
But hey, the fit wasn't bad. The fit wasn't bad.
Nah.
He a city guy though.
Nah, don't try to say city guy. You call that man a city boy.
Yeah, he did. You definitely called that man a city boy. Come on.
Hey,
you can't. Hey, nah, dog.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Hey, any more thoughts on the pop the balloon joint?
Nah.
Hey, let me ask y'all
bro,
this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that, okay, we get it's a show, we get people go up there for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think that people can actually connect that way? Like in that way of speed dating, quick, I'll look at you, ask 4 or 5 questions. Do you think you can really make a sound decision with the way it's been played out, with the way that show plays out? Or do you feel like it's all glitz and glamour? That's all it's going to be for you. You can't really get nothing productive out of it.
Well, one of the guys, he got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Off of the thing.
Yeah, like that one is what makes me be like, maybe some people are going up here to try to connect with somebody. I feel like it's kind of the same thing as you know, say, I don't know, you see somebody in the mall or something, and you go up and talk to them for a few minutes. You're not about to get their whole life story in that few minutes. You're gonna talk to them for a second, get their number, move on, then you go on a date. I feel like it's kind of the same thing. But to answer your question, I feel like most people go up there for their moment to boost their platform. Most of them are models or actresses or actors or what my man something gourmet pies. Like he said that every time he was up there, like like they going up there to boost their platform, which I ain't hating on them for. Like, hey, obviously people watching it, it's a good place to go in and boost yourself. But I don't think everybody going up there for love. No, she won't.
I say, like I said before, like I want to see the application A, because I'm wondering how they choose.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, I say you can, but it depends on your reaction. Like if you one of those pop, like you aren't there to even try to give folks a chance if you just popping off rip. So for the people who actually give it a chance, aren't popping off rip, physical attraction is a real thing. So like I get it. Like if you're not physically attracted, then you might just pop the balloon. But it's also the sense of if you give folks at least a little bit of time to explain themselves, and like just like we saying, like she was just straight in a sense disrespectful to you. When you're coming to this platform and just being on one end or the other end of the spectrum, your reactions are for a bigger reaction rather than for you to feel like and seem like you genuinely there to try to grow a connection. But it's definitely possible.
Yeah, real quick before you jump to the next one. I saw one, y'all, this one episode. The girl was like, yeah, I just wanted, a guy that's been raised in a 2-parent household and everything. And the girl was like, were you raised in a 2-parent household? She was like, nah.
No.
That stuff like that kills me, bro.
Bro, what? What the fuck? It don't make sense to me.
And I even go this far, bro. Like, and I ain't the tallest guy in the world. I ain't the shortest. I ain't the tallest. I'm, I'm saying regular height.
Right.
I hate when a woman, if a guy is taller than a woman and they pop and they be like, it's the height for me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He taller than now, granted, I get you can have a preference. You can have a preference. That I don't trip on that. Again, like I'm not 6'1". None of that bothers me. I'm secure in who I am. But I think the craziest part is to have preferences. Like you say if you want a guy that's taller than you, and then that's not enough. You want him to be a certain height. Can't hate on that. But like all I be saying with that type of stuff, you better be perfect. If you have all these levels of critique, dog.
Yes.
You better be the best thing since sliced bread. Because I'm telling you, dog, I promise you, you can't just critique me because I know I know men can't do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they very PC with my number one thing that I hate is it's the physical attraction, but you look good though.
Yeah. How Sway? It don't make
you look
sense.
good, but you're just not for me.
Yeah,
like on, that don't make sense.
No.
That's crazy. and I hate when people. We ain't gonna get to that. Next video. Hey, look. So this next one we got, man. We in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You chilling at the game.
Okay.
You see this. I want y'all to tell me what just happened.
Register for our by 2. Knicks fans register for our Fan First program for an opportunity to receive early access to tickets, special offers, and more. Or stream on MSG Plus now in the Gotham Sports app.
I'm gonna just start with saying, fellas, you always look crazy when you argue with your lady in public.
In public for sure.
I'm gonna start there.
For sure.
Hey, but y'all tell me what happened right there, bro.
Yeah, boy. I think she went to that motherfucking phone, boy.
Hey, nah, Jay.
Nah, why she smiling now?
Yeah.
Why she smiling now?
Nah, she ain't go through his phone, but something happened in that moment. I thought she was smiling because they put something funny up there on the Jumbotron.
Not see, they put them.
Yeah.
She realized it was them up there.
Oh, she tried to
Crying.
laugh through that pain.
Yeah, this is my thing, bro. This is my thing.
Everybody,
I'm gonna be super transparent for a minute. This is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize, man, when you like trying to have fun, you out and about kicking it or whatever, and say you and your lady been together a long time. I've experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's small stuff that set up like that emotion could probably have nothing to do with that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had the game trying to chill. You done got on me a little bit. I done said something back, and I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog. Like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Let it go.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you the telltale. I'm gonna go a step further. In that case, bro, I feel like that's one of them. She was pleading for him to stay, or like you always, oh my God, you. And he was just like, bro, why are you here? That's what the body language said to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think most dudes, if I care about you, I can't be nonchalant. I'll say that. If I care about you, I can't be nonchalant. Yeah. I ain't gonna necessarily give you emotion and be arguing in public, but I'm not gonna dismiss you non-verbally. That's what I would say. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I could see how you got that.
Be arguing in public, bro.
Nah, because it's kind of like it's the fact that she was laughing in the second clip, which makes me feel like you provoked the argument. He didn't want to have the argument, and then when you got him upset, now you all right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It seemed like there was some pettiness there, but I also feel like if it was what you said, Sneak, she saw herself up there and tried to laugh through it. He wasn't feeling that. He was pissed off.
Yeah.
He not about to laugh through it. I don't know what they was arguing about. Obviously, we weren't there. But the fact that she was smiling, if she really felt she was crying.
Yeah.
And then you smiling in the next clip.
You are y'all or something. Hey, are y'all able for something like that to happen and it not ruin the rest of your night?
It's done.
I am now. Back in the day.
What you mean you are now?
Yeah, I can work through that and still have a good night. Back in the day,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Not to that point. We can't be arguing. You said what, Jay? I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Back in the day, hell no. Oh yeah, night over. We gone.
So how do you do that now? What's the difference?
Because I understand that those are just moments in time, and it's my maturity as a person to let that moment take over and ruin the rest of my day, or just let it be a moment in time.
Yeah,
we still can have a conversation later on, but if we came for that sporting event, like I'm mature enough now so I can remove that feeling and say, you know what? I know how I feel in this moment. It did piss me off, but I'm not gonna let this ruin the rest of the night.
So you vibing, laughing, joking, watching the game with her, even though you pissed off.
Yeah, because what I'm realizing is that even though I'm pissed off, I'm starting to calm down because it's just a moment. Like that shit happened there. Whereas before then, y'all know me. My shit used to get cooked out. It's cooked out. It ain't no coming back. it ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you just laugh through it. It's all right. She definitely unstable though, mentally.
Oh man, golly.
my first take of it was they at the game. It's probably around halftime, third quarter. It's getting later in the game. She probably had a few White Claws in the mix. Maybe was a little, so emotions took over. And the situation might have not been that deep. So I don't even think the dude was acting nonchalant. I think he was verbal, like we could see them kind of talking. So he was responding how he was responding, but he just like, man, shawty lit over here crying, and they got us on a jumbotron. Like,
hey, bro, I'm not gonna cap, bro. You just tapped into something that gets me. Don't go get drunk and start crying,
man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Hey,
like, don't go get drunk and start crying, dog.
Cool.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's something about drunk crying that just like it's just so unrealistic.
It make no sense.
Yeah, like what? Come on, dog. What do we do? Because I'm, how like, and it's like, and then when they start crying, they be like, I'm okay.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
okay,
It's
but
cool.
it's like
you don't care.
your face doesn't uncry.
You
Yeah.
don't
You sitting
care.
here crying and saying you good, but like you keep going.
And
bro, I could deal with if we argued and you got upset and you cried. Okay,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't take drunk crying.
But I
bro.
think that's what the second clip was. Like B-Dot was saying, like that's why I think it really was one of them like lit moments. He not as lit as her, so he's just like, shawty, like it's not even that deep. Like she like the mascot just fell on the ground, and he like, shawty, the mascot gonna get you back up. And then she's like, oh my god, I'm crying, but I'm on the jumbotron, hee hee. And now he like, bro, you're crying on the jumbotron, and they think I done did something to you.
You got me out here looking bad.
Nah, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm with Jay though. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the game. Like I might not be ha ha he he buddy with you, but I'm at the game already. I ain't gonna lie to you. We in the Garden. They had the Knicks game. I think they in the Garden. I don't know.
That's probably why she was crying. They had a damn Knicks game.
Hey, chill. The Knicks tough this year, my boy.
Knicks is all right. Knicks is all right. They've been a playoff-ish team. Man.
The Knicks gonna do what they do every year. But go ahead.
This thing right here. I don't want no smoke, bro.
Then Brunson they trust, man. Brunson they trust.
Hey, anything else on your boy? Huh?
They are better though. But go ahead.
All right, man. We're gonna kind of switch speeds, man. I caught somebody actually sent this clip, and I wanted to share it. I think it's a really good clip. It's actually a little switch up of pace, not as reactionary, but he's gonna say some real things about black dudes validating their feelings, and then I kind of want to get y'all take on like where you're at with validating your feelings, if you speak on them and things of that nature. So I'm gonna play the clip first.
Your emotions, right? So what I mean by validating your emotions, right, is basically if you're feeling something that's happening right now, you're feeling an emotional response to something, and you know, like you've already confirmed everything is true, you know it's true, that's a moment in which you say, yo, okay, I am allowed to feel this emotion. It doesn't mean you have to act on it right away. It just means you're saying to yourself, I am allowed to be mad, angry, sad, frustrated, hurt, betrayed, whatever it is that you're feeling. That's validating your emotions. Because oftentimes what we do as black men is we say, yo, I just went through a breakup, I'm sad. I'm not allowed to feel sad right now. I just gotta tough it out. I gotta grind it out. So validating your emotions is like, yo, I'm human, I'm allowed to feel the way I feel. Doesn't mean I gotta act on it right away, but I'm allowed to feel the way I feel. Then you still go through this process, bro. It doesn't change.
So that's the gist of it, man. Validating your feelings. And what I want to kind of tap into with, 4 black men on the screen is, A, do you validate your feelings now? And did you have to get to that place, or was you always want to acknowledge and stand in your feelings? I open it up to anybody, bro. I kind of been going first. So I open up to anybody about just validating your feelings. Are you able to do it? Do you feel justified? Do you stand in them or what?
I'll go ahead and start on this one. I think definitely more recently, I've been more inclined to, I guess we can call it validate my feelings, but at least verbalize them in that sense. I think like in a sense of verbalizing and validating, they kind of go hand in hand ish. Just because it's like for a while, just like as black men and men in general, like it's like a sense of understanding that your feelings are not a priority. I won't say they don't matter, but they're not the highest priority, because typically as men, I'm gonna prioritize women's feelings a bit more, just off the strength that I know women are going to be more emotional and respond more emotionally than I typically would. So I definitely have gotten into a space where I'm willing to at least address in a sense of validation of my feelings, where it's like, nah, I actually do feel this type of way. And I want to say that regardless of if that is the paramount reality of you actually hearing me out for at least speaking up about my feelings, but for a sense of self, it's like, let me at least get this off my chest. I might have to deal with whatever I got to deal with on the other end, but I'm going to at least say that I'm feeling this type of way, and then at least understand how to maneuver based on the reaction.
Respect. Dot, Jay?
For me, No, I haven't always been this way. It was a tough journey for me at first, if I'm being 100% transparent. With the validation of my feelings, because I kind of identify with what the gentleman was saying in the video, you kind of grow numb to a lot of things and feel like, hey, when stuff is happening to you, like you don't have time to react and do those things. It's like you got to tough it up, let it go. Like he said, grind, get over it. Then I realized that by doing that, I was suppressing a lot of feelings. And by me not acknowledging those things, it made it seem like it wasn't my reality. Like those things are really happening to you, but you can't speak on it because it may seem like that's not really your reality. So once I got to that point where I'm like, hey, you know what? These things are happening. I am human. I feel this type of way about this, and it's okay to feel this type of way about this. How do I react to this now? Knowing and acknowledging that. The second thing that I learned, I was watching a clip the other day and it resonated heavy with me. Like, it's not about, sometimes we self-sabotage a lot and we say a lot of negative things towards ourselves and we don't realize it. We take on other people's identity and how they view us. So somebody might say, hey, you ain't gonna be nothing, or you may not do whatever. It's not about what they say. It's more powerful about what you speak to yourself. So when you get to that moment and understand that if you're speaking those words into your life, you're going to become that. So you have to speak life into yourself, even when you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's how I learned how to validate myself. Like, hey, it's a tough situation, but bro, you like that. You that guy. You may not feel like it right now, but you that guy. You know what I mean? Like, and that helped me a whole lot with validating my feelings.
For sure. That,
man. Yeah, I've always had to express my feelings, express myself. I just used to do it really poorly.
Okay.
And then when I realized that I was doing it poorly, I had to make an adjustment. And again, like I said, I'm still a person who I can't sit with myself. I can't let it, just fester within myself and not express it or say it or whatever. I have to let you know, especially if you've done something to me. I gotta let you know how you made me feel in that moment.
Yeah, we know.
Yes, sir. Because one thing you're not gonna do is be able to say, "Oh, I ain't know. I ain't know you felt like that." So I had to figure out how to, and work in progress, but I had to figure out how to express myself in a way that comes across obviously mature, manly, and direct. Because it wasn't always those three. And that it's a lot of childhood stuff. But but I have to express myself. And I don't think it's a bad thing for men to express how they feel. It's how you do it that matters.
Yeah, for sure. I 110% agree, Dot. So my thing, I'm gonna speak to that afterwards. My initial point is with validating. I'm kind of the opposite, bro. Even with me being younger, I feel like I always kind of knew like what I was feeling, and you couldn't make me feel crazy. However, I did deal with wanting others' validation on my feelings. Like I would tell you so you could tell me I'm not tripping. That was in play for me for a long time. Like I knew what I was feeling, but to me, validation comes in as like confirmation. Like you pay for something, the next thing you look for is a confirmation email, even though you just swipe for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I knew how I was feeling, I knew what was going on, but like I would look for validation to tell somebody because I wanted them to agree with me. It wasn't until I was probably pandemic, so I was 30-ish. And I think the difference is, bro, about the whole validation thing is that, oh God.
Get in that bag.
No, I think it's a sense of like a black man that knows himself and knows his feelings is dangerous. Like people don't want you to get to that level of oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna get to that comment. So I think it's dangerous. I think a lot of times even if you look back in the day, we spend a lot of time being confused or people trying to confuse us on how we should feel, how we are, X, Y, and Z. And I feel like now, if you just know how you feel, I ain't talking about reactions. I ain't talking about expressing. You just know what the feelings that you are feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like that was dangerous for a long time in different arenas for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But now it's kind of like, I'm sorry, I don't seek outside validation on something I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I just ensure that I'm feeling it. Like, is this temporary? Did something happen? I'm having a rough day and something small made me feel anger, but in reality, I know my rough day is over here. So I'm not going to validate that emotion that's not that's temporary because of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What up, Brittany, for the Monday Night Crew? What's happening? Validation feeds the male ego. Come on, man. She's trying to get somebody arguing up here.
Feed the male ego.
No, I don't think it does. I think what I think is, I think men historically spend a lot of time ensuring that their lady feels emotionally secure, so they would never challenge the other way around. We would never challenge if it feeds you all's ego, if it feeds you all's pride. However, I do feel like dudes do care about their ladies' validation the most.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it feed the ego. I think it just sometimes like, be in this with me. Let me know I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Because I bet you if you know Jeffrey over there did something wild, you gonna put this battery in my back to go see about him. You gonna validate that anger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's good then when you put that battery in my back and it's time for me to turn up. But why isn't it just as good when I'm trying to express, or I may disagree with you? Why isn't the validation as important in that moment? So, fellas, what's your thoughts on what she said or what she asked?
I think the validation for the ego part, not so much. I think as when you do have a woman, you do seek her validation in a lot of different ways. But I think it's more so not for the ego. It's more so just how we're built and wired. We just want respect, like 100 across the board. You just want to be respected. You want to be viewed as such. So if for me, how that validation works is like, let's say I did something, clean up the kitchen, took the trash out, whatever. Obviously, you're not going to get a
good housing,
right? You done did something you normally didn't do. That's some wild shit. But you did something you normally don't do, right? And let's say your woman notices it, right? But I'm not gonna say everybody, but some people have been in situations that were like, damn, what you want, a pat on your back or something? Like, okay, you did that, like, and it's like it's not the validation part at that moment. It's more so like now it's an infringement on my character. I'm trying to do something to make this a better situation, but it's being viewed as like, oh, you just want the validation to boost your ego. And I think that it can be dangerous in some relationships because if a woman really feels like that, she'll try to make your ego fragile because of that, because she don't want you to know who you really are.
Yeah.
So it's like, I withhold those compliments. I withhold that validation because, like, what, I'm about to boost your ego for what?
So I got a question. Do you think that's needed though?
I don't think that's needed, but I think that validation to certain people, I'm speaking for me, in some instances can be equated to respect, not to boost my ego.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying? That's all.
Got you. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
I definitely say, like, in regards to like if the sense of validation of feelings, I don't think feeds into an ego, because a lot of times I think it more so feeds into a reality of me feeling like I have a voice in this space for real. So it's like I'm not looking for, like, just like you said, Keenan, I'm not really looking for validation in the sense of like any specific type of response. I'm looking to see if this space is actually conducive to us growing and me being given a space, just like I'm trying to create a space where I can actually share my current reality, even though I'm dealing with it or handling it however I see. Or the other instance of this where, all right, cool, because I just saw how you acted, just because I literally might have just said how I felt, even if I'm not acting on it, I ain't gonna say that again, for real. And typically a lot of men fall into that space because just like like I said, it's hard to feel like your feelings matter, especially when typically we put our if you're empathetic and sympathetic, you're gonna put your women's feelings before yours, and then in expressing your own feelings, you just want to more so, and I'm speaking probably for myself, want to be heard, like heard and respected, like Jay said. So if I don't feel heard or respected, it's no sense of validation that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the ego boost or for a compliment for real. I'm looking for are you going to at least be there for me and hear me out so you can understand the support I might need in that moment? Because like I said, I don't even see the correlation between validating, especially my feelings, and ego, because I feel like that can get, just like Jay was saying, get into manipulation. Now you feel like I'm a words of affirmation type dude, and you could just butter me up real quick by acting like you're being empathetic towards me, and now you're kind of figuring out how to just get exactly what you want rather than being a partner in that sense and working with me and figuring out how I can feel supported in a space.
And I'm gonna be real with you, bro. This probably ain't the most. I'm gonna be very honest, and let me say this disclaimer. I know we a couple minutes in. All validation needs or all things men look for in a lady is not their fault. Like sometimes it's childhood. Sometimes you were never, you know what I'm saying? You was never taught those things when you were young, so it comes out later.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I really don't be like, I know what I'm feeling, dog. You can't make me feel crazy. Mm-hmm. Now we can have a conversation about why I feel what I feel, but you're not going to Jedi mind trick me into me feeling, making me think I don't feel something that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to talk about what, why, when, and where, I'm cool with that. But we're not having a conversation about how I feel. The same way, if my lady came to me and said, hey, look, baby, I'm feeling like X, Y, and Z, I would try to figure out why she feels that way. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell her she doesn't feel that way. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of times with validation, you know, people look at it as like that validation confirms or denies if they can feel that way. No. But don't take away what I'm bringing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Uh-oh, here she comes. Here she comes. I hear y'all, but there's a lot of sassy as Grand Rising Queen crybaby ass niggas out there that need their ego stroke. Hashtag carry on.
Unfortunately, there is a lot of folks who need their ego.
Bro, but see, you trying to get somebody out of character because you're not up here tonight.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. It's just as many women that need that too. Nah, dog. See, I'm about to get.
Hey, Keenan, don't fall into the trap. We got to hear Dot. But Sister Brittany, we appreciate your comment, Queen.
Grand Rising.
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry, brother.
You know,
I mean, I don't have much to add to that. I think y'all pretty much summed it up. It's more of a respect thing than a ego stroke. You know, I want you. Are you hearing what I'm telling you that I'm feeling? And are you taking it in? Is your response to me, oh, you tripping, or understanding, or trying to get me to see another perspective or whatever? It's more of a respect thing, like y'all said, other than ego stroke. That's all.
Yeah, because my whole rule is if I don't talk crazy to you when I get mad, you ain't about to talk crazy to me. I think that should be mutual.
Man.
Yeah. I think that should be mutual. I really do.
For sure.
Hey, look, and I'm trying to figure out
Rising Queen.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Jay should send them texts out.
Yeah, I know you.
Hey,
Grand Rising.
I'm not a
Jay used to hit her with the like. Jay used to hit her with the like. Hey, Sneak. I'm gonna hit the Grand Rising Queen on her tomorrow. Watch, bro.
Yeah, I'm
about
to hit it with. I was thinking about you. I saw the stars and the moon aligning last night.
Yeah.
Made me think about you.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay. For real, all jokes aside, how many times have you said that?
Grand
Rising Queen?
Not ever.
Yeah.
Never. Never.
Why not?
That ain't the first thing that come to mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not waking up in the morning thinking I'm about to text Shawty. then I say grand rising. That is just aggressive.
I ain't never woke up and been like, "This is a grand rising." Damn.
Yeah, that's just hey.
I'm about to
Some
spread the
women
word.
like that. Some women like that.
Yeah, and screenshot that
Do
and have your.
they still like that? I was about to say, do they still like that?
Do they, Jay?
Like that?
Do they, Jay?
Like what?
No.
I like that. I like that pass off.
Hey, real quick. Hey, nah, come on, Jay. I'm just messing with you, bro. Hey, but so the next thing we gonna kind of tap into, man, we tapping into communication styles. I know me and B-Dot disagree on this, so I'm gonna just put it out there, and we'll attack it as men. What's y'all thoughts on communicating in time and place? Meaning, as a man, you know, you're having conversations, hard conversations with your brothers, with your wife, with your siblings, with your parents. Like communication style wise, where and how did you learn time and place? Time and place. Oh, hold on, real quick before we go on. My bad. My fault, y'all. My fault.
What's good?
Yeah,
Matt?
we got a comment really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt, what up, bro?
What up?
He said, I feel like in today's world, men aren't allowed to have feelings. We have too much responsibilities as leaders.
They say our feelings.
Salute, bro. Appreciate you tapping in tonight.
Yeah.
You know, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I feel strongly about this because we had this on the episode of Last Name Loyalty a couple weeks ago. You know, I'm not gonna say we're not allowed to have feelings. I think since they said it best earlier, I do believe there has to be a prioritization of feelings. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not one to act like it's 2024. My feelings need to be number one.
Nope.
No, that's not me.
Nope.
But what I will say is when I bring them to you, I need that moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type, and me and Jay had this debate not debate, but we say this all the time. Like, guys can never be the guy bringing a day home every day.
No.
That just can't happen. It's imbalanced, dog. That's my thing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Matt. I think one of the biggest things is, bro, you have to be willing to give grace to your lady to learn how to deal with strong male feelings. Like, because if I'm doing my job correctly, she shouldn't feel all the pressure I feel. So if I open up and tell her the things that I'm telling her, those moments when I let her in my world, and because, you know, essentially you're trying to protect your family from those emotional battles or those pressure-filled moments. So when that valve, you know, opens for a second, if you will, those moments are very intense. So she has to learn how to handle those. She has to learn what you're like when you're in that mode, and it takes time. I'm gonna open up to y'all, fellas. What do y'all think about what Matt said? Damn, so y'all ain't allowed to have feelings for real.
No, I mean, you're allowed to have feelings. I think you're definitely allowed. I just don't. I just live by that what we talked about earlier, man.
Jay heartless, bro. Jay don't care about nothing.
Yeah, right. Come on, bro. You know damn well. Okay, all right, but nah. And I just realized that just prioritize basically what Sensei was saying, bro. You just can't be the one always emotional because you don't get for two reasons. Number one, you don't ever give her space to communicate her feelings because you always got the floor. And the second thing is, it's like, damn, you the leader of the family. So, motherfucker, if I'm over here coddling you who the fuck protecting us?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. If I'm too emotional, how am I leading everything? If I'm the one emotional every day, you can't be an emotional leader.
Nah, hell no, you cannot.
Well, an overly emotional leader.
I definitely see what he mean.
I just feel like that leadership thing, we got to figure out. Should I say this? Should I say this? Should I say this?
Yeah, oh yeah. Come on.
Yep,
man.
You should.
Minute 44.
I feel like this, man. Because I feel like I would be like, I'm secure in my and where I'm at in life, me being a husband, me being a dad, all the things. I feel like there has to be more conversation around what that, you know, I just think it's weird times where, you know, women and men are elevating so much, but we still want to just unevenly pass this mantle of nurturer or leader or this or that. But we're constantly striving to be more like the other gender. Does that make sense? Like even when we go back to, huh?
You got an example or something like that?
Okay. Okay, so this may. I'm just gonna say it. So you have men now starting to express themselves more. You have men being in tune with their emotions. You have men being more domestic than they ever been. You have men being the nurturing side of a dad. You know what I mean? Changing diapers, being with their kids, X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. Historically, that's what women did, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. You have women who are now not only domestic. Matt, I'm gonna get to your comment, bro. Appreciate you. So you have men you have women that are not just domestic anymore. They got jobs, they got careers, they do the things men do. They're working, they're bringing their money, X, Y, Z. It's like it's hard for both of us trying to make these moves to be more balanced, but we want to hand this mantle off based off gender. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we're trying to hand this leadership mantle, which I'm cool with in my specific scenario. But the younger people are, the less and less that's their world. Like they don't come up in the world where things are so lopsided like we did. We got to acknowledge that. Like a lot of the women, millennial women, is their first time doing this. And now younger women have seen other women in their family do it. How many times have y'all had a conversation with a woman your age and they say, oh, I always saw my grandma and mom sit in the house, cook, take care of her, blah, 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 blah. And they're the first person that's having the experience that they're having. You know what I'm saying? And outside of Sensei not being funny, but like all three of the four of us, we ain't even had dads in our house the whole time, but now we're dads.
Yeah.
So this is the first time us doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like I just be thinking sometimes, bro, it just be like, yo, like, where's the balance in the growth for both genders? Women have grown, men have grown, but it's like we try to hold on to the traditional things, which again, some of them work, some of them even work for my marriage, but it's like, damn, I need a woman on to say that. But do y'all understand what I mean?
Yeah, it's like so the way I take it is it's a lot of things that humans should be doing, but historically we add a lot of gender to it, right? Because like it's like a nigga cleaning. A man. My bad. A man cleaning his house just means he is cleaning his house. But unfortunately, for so long, that's a domesticated thing. Like a man shouldn't be cleaning to an extent.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them jokes, man. You can't be nasty. I don't care what you are.
Agree, but
clean, bro.
But even in the media, like the dudes is the dirty. Like if you a manly man, you a little dirty for whatever reason.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna ask you though. Hey, so this is where I be having struggle. Like you don't feel like that's a little true?
What's it, niggas being dirty?
Yeah, what?
Not
what's true? Because I ain't about to agree. Hold on. What you talking about?
I do. Like this is the thing. Like this is what I'm saying. And Matt, we're gonna get to your comment, bro. So this is my thing. You can't be like you're the protector, right? Physical protector, right? But you don't do anything to make yourself that physical protector. Like I think some things go hand in hand,
right?
Like, so there is a little truth to like most masculine men ain't afraid to get a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? Not dirty literally, but like those things don't bother you because it's about the goal. You know what I'm saying? If a pipe busts under the house and I look at my lady like, hey,
what you gonna do?
Come on, dog. We just got a divorce.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So what you saying that she can't go fix the pipe?
Kill the bugs. I feel you. Like,
hey, Doc,
can't fix the pipe. Doc. Wow.
She could fix the pipe, and that ain't the only pipe she about to be looking for after she do it, neither.
And it won't be yours either.
Yeah, facts. That ain't gonna be the only one. But Matt said, "Where's the line drawn? Like, when is it a two-man two?
When is a man?
When is a man too emotional?
Oh, when is a man too emotional? Shit. Hey, Cry twice in 1 week, my boy.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Cry twice in 1 week, my boy.
I think he's too emotional, Matt, when he's unable to recognize what emotional stability is. Like he doesn't understand how to regulate his emotions. So, like, let's say, for example, everything that comes to his mind, he reacts to it. Like, yeah, you was complaining about me leaving, and I do the whining shit like that too, because I feel like that whining shit goes hand in hand with somebody that's emotional.
You crazy?
I just do like, oh man, like this is not happening. You doing this? So I think Dot had made a point to earlier to where, like, yeah, he said he feels all of those things, but he also made a better point saying he doesn't react to all of those things. If Dot reacted on everything he felt, yeah, nah, I already know that ass to be getting cussed out.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, my thing with too emotional, man, is when you can't control it. Like, if you can't feel something, experience something, and decipher when it's time to what it's time to do after you feel it.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple of comments rolling in.
Okay.
Look, my fault. Go ahead, Doc.
Nah, I think it's like it's the reaction part of the emotions. It's all right to have the emotion to yourself. But when you react, like Jay said, to every emotion, and then if you bringing it home and reacting to every emotion to your lady, that's when you too emotional. But yeah, my fault. Go ahead.
And no, and I like that, Doc. And I don't think you can just bask in it too long. You got to have a process where it comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get through it, you talk about it, you may go run, do something, but it got to be a process to where there's an end game to it.
Right.
Lakeith, man, appreciate you tapping in. He says, is that dude's a little dirtier, or that growing up we don't hold boys to the same standard of cleanliness that we do for girls?
Nah, I definitely I like that comment for real, because that kind of went into the idea of too emotional for me. Cause it's like the difference between essentially being a boy and a man, right? Like, boys will do more of the whining part just because you still are learning how to, like B-Dot said, properly communicate some of those feelings that you're having. But as a man and as you mature, you're understanding that I don't need to always be too emotional, or if I'm trying to share, I need to put it in a certain frame. I need to make sure I'm sharing this in a way that still kind of shines a light on the reality that I also am still a man. And I still need this, that, and the third in the sense of respect, understanding, and to show you that I am secure, not only for us, but for myself. But definitely, like, I think, like, I definitely like that comment, because even though I know it's more in the sense of cleanliness, like, I kind of seen it.
But I also think, Lakeith, young lady, to me, the cleanliness comes from, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, young ladies experience something that young men don't at an earlier age. So it's kind of pressed upon them to be that way than it is guys. Like, I literally had this conversation with my wife. We were talking, I got two sons. I was talking, like, but they're gonna hit a phase where they don't want to wash. We go through it. And unfortunately, us not washing doesn't produce the same outcome as a young lady not washing. It's way more noticeable on that young lady than it may be on that young man. It doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not saying that, but, like, I agree. There is a different standard of cleanliness. But I will say that also is in the structure and upbringing sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you hear them say about the boys gonna be boys, they a little nasty, they a little this, and it becomes the norm.
Man, I always wash my butt.
Hey, man. Oh yeah, I had a little stint when I was probably about 8, 9. I had a little stint. I had a little stint and a little stench.
Hey, but as a teacher, bro, you already know, bro. Them smells, bro, it's not cool. Like I said, as a man, hey, what, bro?
Yeah, but so Matt said 100, and then he said, "Great point, guys. You cooking? Appreciate you, Matt.
Appreciate you.
All right,
Appreciate it, bro.
So the next thing, man, we're talking about communication, time and place, right? Like we didn't get an opportunity to kind of tap into it, but now it's like time and place. So whether it's talking amongst men, how we are now, whether it's talking to your lady, your parent, your brother, sister, whoever, when and how did y'all learn time and place of when to communicate with someone? Let me give an example. Earlier, we watched a video where somebody was arguing with said person at the game or whatever, right? And you could tell they was into it a little bit. Now, at my big age of 34, certain things will never be public for me. Now, when we get in the car, we might have a conversation when we get home. But like, when and where did y'all learn when and how to communicate with who? I'm gonna throw it to you first, bro. You've been like third. I'm gonna throw it to you first. So I guess it's tapping into. Okay, go ahead, brother. Wow.
Definitely in my older age, I learned.
What did you used to do?
Oh shit! I'm telling you right then.
Blow the spot up.
I still feel like there are situations where things need to be addressed in the moment.
Right.
I am very much a in the moment person, right? And I also know how I can be. I know my tone sometimes can come off a way, even if I don't mean it that way. I know my words can come out a way, even if I don't mean it that way. So I do, regardless of what some may think, I do. I understand that, and I think about those things when I'm saying it. It just don't. It's not always received that way, right? But again, like I was saying, back to the point, I'm a very in the moment type person. However, if we're using the example of the game, that's not the place. That's not the place to have an argument. In public, I'm not having no argument with you. Now, I'm not good at hiding when I feel a way, right? You may know that I feel a way, but I'm not about to have this discussion with you because it's not the time and it's not the place. But I ain't learned that until later in life, 30s.
Okay.
Late 20s.
Yesterday.
Okay, Doc.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Mid 30s. I am, boy.
Dang, I didn't even realize it got to be. I'm there,
Say Jay, what about y'all? What y'all feeling? What y'all thinking?
I learned it in my later years too. To go back on what Doc was saying, man, I had to grow up because it was always a time and place.
Hey, boy. Let me hold on
right now.
Let me tell y'all, bro. When we used to back in the day when we would have a couple debates, or like y'all know, a good little vibe session, chilling. Jay was the guy that was always gonna say the stuff like, "Oh, that boy." Like what?
I was saying some
man on the roof.
I was saying some wild,
bro. It would be funny because he'll say it and they'll be like, "What?" I'm like, bro, come on, man. My bad, brother. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Jay. I just had to put that out there. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
I had to mature seriously because, with friendships, relationships, different things, I realized that it's not the time and place for those things. And if you don't allow somebody that space to gather their thoughts, you may have your thoughts together right then and there because you're ready to roll. Like boom, 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 boom. But if you are talking with somebody else and they don't have their thoughts together, that's not fair to them. And you're forcing them to communicate about something that they're not ready to talk about right now. That's not cool. So when you force somebody to do something like that, and then they give your ass a reaction you don't like, now you're taking really what they said out of context because it's really what they wanted to say. They just had to give you, like, they felt like their back was against the wall. So it's like, damn, I got to say something. But now you learn, like, hey, it is a time. But I'm big on handling things. I don't like people that sweep shit up under the rug. Like, all of us don't talk for like 6 months, and we just lay back up like nothing happened. Like,
nah, not everything good. Nah, it's not.
I'm big on that.
Nah.
Hey, Kenan, I see that comment.
I can't let that go.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Lakeith, man, appreciate you being vulnerable and tapping in.
Okay.
He said in my mid-20s when I was arguing with my significant other, then everyone else decided they wanted to try, and then from there, hands got thrown, police were called, and handcuffs came out.
Oh man.
Hey, I mean, hey, first of all, respect to you sharing that
Absolutely.
to us on this platform. I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, that's a hell of a way to learn like the kind of the effects of communicating at the wrong time. But like, you know, it's tough, dog. It's tough. I don't even know what to say to that because it gets. I know me personally. There's been some times where I've been mad enough where I knew I couldn't say nothing. I had to go to sleep because it wasn't going to end well if I said what I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, you know, I'm glad you came out of that. I'm glad that you learned from it. You know, mid-20s was a different time for me too, boy. I was not the guy that's, oh my goodness, I ain't had no kids. I just moved to DC not too long ago. But respect. I'm glad you're still here and kicking from it. Appreciate, yeah, for sure.
I don't want to go out of turn, but I do want to acknowledge something that Jay just said. Like,
go ahead, bro.
If you're not ready to have a conversation, you can't. If I'm heated, I don't need to have that conversation. And I realized that again later in life. And I will tell you, I don't want to talk right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk right now because I'm liable to say something that ain't gonna go well. Right. Because I'm pissed off. So you gotta be able to allow the other person to take their time and breathe and calm down or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. I will say this to that too, Brittany. We about to get to your comment. I will say that to this too. I had to realize that the way my wife is more to like, let's come back to it. I used to be more to right here, right now. What made me single-handedly stop doing that is the message wasn't landing. Me saying it right now won't get nothing done, no way. So what was the point of me saying it? And then what you realize is when you wait and you reflect, the only thing about waiting is you have to come back to it.
Yep.
Let it go and then never come back to it. Even if there's nothing else to have another conversation around, you got to come back to him. Like, hey, look, this is how I'm feeling. I was tripping a little bit, Whatever it is, you have to come back to it.
Right.
All right. Brittany said, what if it's not the time or place and you're out with friends/family and they call out your lady? Do you defend your girl or say again?
No, I was just saying, or significant other on both sides. Like,
oh yeah, or significant other. Do you defend your girl or significant other? Has it now become the time and place? Definitely. That's the only one you're gonna make me go left about.
Yeah.
If you don't mess with my three, say go ahead, Dot.
I was about to say we can argue, but y'all can't. Hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta have her back.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on.
And I'll say this though. I'll go this far and say that if I'm in a place with friends/family, I'm gonna put them together. Most of my friends, people I call friends, are my family. Not trying to be funny, but they done seen me and my wife argue before, so I feel safe. I wouldn't argue aggressively or nothing like that, but like I feel safe saying something to my wife in front of my family because we created safe. We all done seen each other argue. You know what I'm saying? We all done came up together, so it's not a situation. Now, if you coming at her and you talking crazy, because let me say this really quickly. The way me and my bros are with my wife, they don't have that type of relationship where they can't talk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's disrespectful. Ain't nobody talking crazy, but they could definitely they could converse, they could debate, they could have disagreements, whatever the case may be, because we really move like family, brothers and sisters. Now, if you get out of pocket and talk crazy to mine,
that's different.
It just became the time and place. It's gonna go there. Because I stand on this. I ain't gonna talk crazy to yours.
You're not gonna take for him.
No. Right.
You know what I mean? Right. That's just a boundary. No, that's not gonna happen. What's y'all thoughts, fellas?
Exactly that.
You couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
That's 100% a fact. And just to like piggyback on the time and place conversation, like I guess for me, I would say I kind of realized the time and place definitely when I was probably a bit younger. Not really, but also I think I realized it when I was in high school initially, and then also like I got a weird major, conflict analysis and dispute resolution. So even in college, like I was essentially I studied a lot of that side of it where like in school we called it going to the balcony. Like so like understanding like sometimes you like we were talking about even in regards to the feelings, sometimes you need to drop a seed or at least get it off to state it. But then understanding like Dot has said, I can't control how you receive what I said, even if I was mindful enough to try to communicate it in the best manner. So and feeling and understanding your response to whatever was said, I have to have some type of knowledge, discernment, and understanding to go, all right, you got that completely wrong from how I was trying to actually frame it and say it. And if I'm in a space where I'm over explaining to try to bring a sense of understanding, I understand you're not receiving it. And if you're not receiving it, I'm going to get in a space where I'm not receiving it. And this conversation is not a conversation no more. It's going left. So that means we need to take a step back or out of this space so that we can actually have the progressive conversation that we both may want to have, if that's what we want to have too, because some people have different agendas as well. But like that was when like I said, like just in high school, from different personal reasons, whether that was parent or situation I was in, and the studies and things I was interested in regards to just like wanting to like be more of a resolute type of person. That's when I really kind of understood. Like I remember in high school, it worked out for me to an extent, but at a certain point, friends, family, associates, whoever, I was like, you know what? I'm about to stop saying as much. Like, and I literally was saying that the people around me. I was like, honestly, I'm about to stop saying as much because I don't want to be misconstrued. I don't want to feel like I'm over explaining to an extent that makes me feel out of sorts. So I'm going to wait for a different time or figure out when we're in different places to be able to receive the messages that we're trying to get across. Because if not, I'm gonna feel like I'm speaking in vain and I'm speaking just to speak. And I want to, and I've always wanted to speak with a sense of purpose, value, and ideally progress, because I'm trying to move forward, not backwards.
Hey, and salute to that, bro. I think that's very valuable, man. And you and I've had this conversation. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get in that mode like I don't give a damn. You about to hear this because, and I'm gonna tell you why. In the same breath as like trying to resolve an issue, sometimes the same approach doesn't always yield a different result. Yeah. So like B-Dot and Jay get on this about me. A lot of people don't even notice, but they get on it. My patience with stuff can be very, 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 very long. But like they do also know, like, when I'm at the wit's end with something, all that ain't a thing no more, dog. Because I also don't, what I think is very dangerous in this communication and communication in 2024, people be having uncommunicated expectations on situations. Like you go silent and never say that you coming back to it. You don't say, you know, this ain't productive right now, let's come back. You don't say, give me a second. You just
you ghost.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. And then and what people don't realize, man, the worst thing you can do with certain individuals is like, don't give them any type of peace of mind within the chaos. Say like, hey, look, I'm pissed off right now, but I can't get it out, so I'm gonna give give you a second. We're gonna come back. I think ghosting people is immature.
Mm-hmm.
I think ignoring people is immature.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say the last thing about it, but uncommunicated expectations that becomes real dangerous in situations, dog.
Facts.
That's facts.
You never could be on the same page if the sense of like expectation is not properly communicated. Like,
and sometimes you just gotta go there.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna say, man. Sometimes, man, you gotta walk in the house and start an argument just so you know, like, just so they know it can go up a little bit. And damn, like, no, it's not okay.
I won't say the one thing I don't like to say
like five different emotions just now, bro.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You know,
how do you say things? I understood that man said right now.
But I'm not
AJ,
the biggest
AJ, you know what I'm talking about.
That man said, yep.
Because nah.
He said little razzle dazzle.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be real. Y'all not being real if y'all act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all
just come in
the house and start an argument.
Yeah, I know why you started an argument.
Not so okay. So I'm not saying just pick a random day, but sometimes let me give a disclaimer, and I live by this. I do not, and I can stand on this. I do not say things I can't come back from to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't get mad and go talk crazy to nobody. People I care about specifically. Like I don't say stuff where after we cool again, you be like, damn, but you said that.
Yeah.
My thing is sometimes, yo, I hate that it's all dudes up here, bro. When I say this, but like,
so you do need a little.
Hey, but sometimes, bro, they gotta know. They like people gotta know where the line is. Like, oh, like, and you know what I hate, bro? I hate when people get on this good internet and get on these shows and act like they ain't never got in a good argument where it went all the way left. They laid it and got into it, and everybody done went at it.
We ain't saying that. You said come in the house and start an argument.
I did, and I meant that because sometimes
and it sounds random. But it sounds random.
It's like the moment where like we've been having a conversation, and like this is gonna sound so crazy, bro. Like we've been having a conversation, we rapping, boom, boom, boom. It's an ongoing issue, and like you think it's sweet. Okay, I gotta go get my hair cut. We're gonna come home and kick stuff over. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out what it is.
Don't think I ain't forget about that Yanaminery though.
Hey, look, and then you dip out. Hey, like, but what I'm saying is like sometimes when it's ongoing conflict, because again, I used to be in my early years very passive aggressive, very, very passive aggressive, and a lot of times as dudes we think, oh, she'll come around, da da da. Now I'm not saying go argue all the time. What I am saying is another way to set a boundary is to show a reaction to a action. I'm gonna leave it there.
The biggest thing I will say that I disagree with is the idea of escalating something to get something good out of it all the time, because and this is just me, like I don't believe that escalating anything that is essentially negative will really get you a positive outcome. It's like the idea of an eye for an eye, leave everybody blind. Sometimes.
No, so hold on. So Sensei, we didn't debate on this. I hear you. But I want to start by saying I said sometimes. I didn't say all the time. Come in with an argument. Also, I also think taking the same approach to everything is equally as dangerous as never showing that side ever. Because as dudes, we all on this call know if you go piss somebody off, they ain't gonna think about your feelings like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
They not gonna hold back on what they say to you.
Nope.
They don't care what they say to you. They don't care what emotion is provoked. Now, I'm not saying because they go say that, you go then fire off at them. But what I am saying is if somebody can get mad enough at our big age and can't control what they say and is willing to attack me, my character, whatever the case may be, I have to make a decision if I'm going to do it back or I'm not dealing with you no more. We too old to be doing that, dog. Now, I stand by my little argument joint. That's every now and again. That's maybe once a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let them know.
Once a year. That's like y'all acting like y'all ain't never hung up on your lady real quick. Be like, all right, man, bye. Click.
I be wishing I had the back in the day phones. Clicker.
Yeah, exactly.
The razor slap that.
Yeah. Brittany said, "Don't do that,
fellas. Death sentence.
I know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Y'all all left me out the hang too. That's crazy.
Nah. We got you, bro.
Now I'm gonna politically bring it back to your side. We gonna get up, stand up for your rights.
When you explained, it came out a whole lot better than sometimes you got to come in the house and just start an argument. Hold on, bro.
And I meant it. And I meant it. I'm not, bro, because if people want to remove context and think I'm saying like, oh, everything's going good, let's argue. Nah.
But see, that's how it came out the first time. But when you came back and you explained yourself, we was on your side. You're right. I might you said something crazy on the phone earlier. I ain't gonna talk about it right now, but when I get in the house,
hey, boom, just like that.
That's what I'm saying. I got you. See?
Hey, when you get in there, man, you kick everything over
real quick.
Hey, when you get in there, you kick everything over, dog.
You breaking lamps and everything, huh?
No. I don't break stuff. I got. I'm kicking like shoes. I'm not kicking like shoes.
Hey,
water bottles.
He's knocking over paper towels and stuff. Like,
all the soft
stuff.
All the stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Dot, like flowers.
All the pillows on the couch. All these pillows on the couch on the floor.
Yeah. I'm doing something like that, even bro. I'm not knocking over stuff that I got to go back and pay for.
Oh, that was.
Oh my God.
Hey, but the last thing we got for tonight, fellas, before we wrap up, man. So, why men go silent, and it's kind of in line with what we've been talking about communication styles, time and place, things of that nature. So, why do you all think that in any regard, men go silent and don't speak on something? What does it mean when a man isn't speaking on it anymore?
Speaking on a certain situation or like in the relationship period? Because like when I first read the question, like why do men go silent? I took it as because it's coming to an end.
Yeah. Speak on it. Speak on both ways, Doc.
If I got issues and I'm bringing you those issues and ain't nothing coming from me bringing you those issues, eventually I'm gonna stop coming to you. And when I stop coming to you, it's almost over. I'm in here planning to be out there.
Does she know that?
Knowing myself, yeah. I'm thinking more in general when I said that, but like knowing myself and how I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind, yeah, she gonna know.
And she gonna feel it too.
She gonna feel it. And if she don't feel it, then we won't supposed to be here this long now.
Mm-hmm.
J-Dub, why do men go silent?
I think.
Okay, we got him back.
I think men go silent because you could be processing things at that moment that are coming to you. That's one reason. I think you also go silent because you don't care anymore. But most importantly, I think for me, when I go silent, I'm looking at it as like what I'm trying to analyze a lot of different things in that moment. And then I'm also trying to figure out, like, is this shit really worth me continuing anything with it? You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm at the point now to where, and it could be for a multitude of reasons. I'll give you an example, right? You going silent, like let's say, since they was talking about earlier, a lot of times when you're in relationships and you are expressing those things and you may not feel heard, you may not feel like that it's being received, then ultimately you start feeling like you got to walk on eggshells with this person. Then when you get to a certain point of walking on them eggshells, you're like, you know what? It's just better not to say anything because every situation is going to turn into an argument. And when you get to that point, I think ultimately it is over with. it's time to go because it's not going to turn out good for anybody. You're not communicating anything. You're just building all this resentment and hatred up in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
This person thinking everything is smooth. So I think it's just time to cut ties. So that's why I feel like those are the reasons why men go silent.
Yeah. Sensei, you go ahead, bro.
I think men go silent, mainly because they don't want to have to over explain or do more. I think more than anything, even before the sense of wanting to leave, men go silent for their own peace, as well as men go silent because they're tired. Like the sense of going back to Matt's comment, right? Like the leader part. Like as leaders, you hold it on your shoulders and you just carry it for real. And sometimes you don't need to speak on it a lot at times, like in a more kind of shining a little bit of light on it. So like generally you just tired. Hopefully, like I said, the tired can go to the extent that like B-Dot and Jay has been saying, where I'm so tired that I'm just ready to go. And typically when you get that exhausted, you're gonna express that in some type of way and communicate it. But men really go silent, I would say, because like I said, a sense of exhaustion, being tired, as well as just simply wanting peace. And when you have those internal, I won't say conflicts, but those internal resolutions, it's like, all right, I came to senses. I came to my own sense of understanding. I'm sound in myself. So I'm good. I ain't gotta speak on it no more. I'm good. Carry on.
Yeah. So I think a couple of things I want to say something about the leader thing. This is what I was trying to say earlier, but it just came to me just now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the leadership thing, I'm not gonna lie, I hate the conversation. I'm being honest about that. But I think even as men, like I hate the way it's given. It should be earned more. Like what I've done with my family, what I've done in my actions made me that. The influence I have over the decisions made at our house and how did those decisions turn out and what did I do as a result of the ones that didn't. So what I was trying to say earlier is like, because it ends up making us look bad when you just say every man is a leader. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you say like he's a man, he should lead. Should he?
He might be a boy still.
Yeah, but like that's the thing I'm saying, because it's kind of like, hold dog. Like I don't want to just be out here saying because I'm a guy, not me specifically, but like just because he's a dude, he should be leading.
He should be.
I think those things are earned, and I think the patience in relationships isn't there for people to learn. Now, don't get it twisted. Learning at 34, if you're dating or if you're dating in a relationship, not married, you shouldn't be learning the basic responsibilities, but you should be learning how to transform what you know how to do into the actions that best suit your partner. That's what you should be learning. You shouldn't be learning financial responsibilities. Like, damn, my light bill is overdue. Like, no, we're not talking about that. But you should be learning how your actions translate to your partner's needs. So, excuse me, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like, leadership should still be earned, even though, you know, you're a man and all that great stuff. It shouldn't just be given to you. I think that's so dangerous. But I feel like, bro, I got a couple reasons.
I said silence is dangerous. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna say, but go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Doc.
No, go ahead. No, I'm just silence is dangerous. Like if anybody goes silent, it's not a good thing. I equate that to I learned that in basketball. Like if the coach is on you heavy, he cares. He sees something in you. When he stops talking to you, going down to the end of the bench, take your jersey off, whatever you gotta do, because it's over for you.
He gonna see your ass transfer.
Yep.
Yeah, real talk. I think Jay said something that made me think, bro. I think silence does mean process, and I think that was really good, Jay. I gotta give you credit. That was a really, really good answer. I also think it can mean like this is the thing. I don't view silence as such a bad thing all the time. So I'm gonna flip it and not make it so negative, for Sensei. But I think sometimes silence like represents silence represents like reflection, evolution, planning, analyzing. Like I don't think it's always something that means like I'm done. You know what I mean? However, the one time where I think silence is really dangerous to what you said, Dot, is when I'm silent on a matter that I've been loud about for a long time. Like I can be silent somewhere, but if it's something that usually spark a lot of passion and now it doesn't at all, not saying the relationship is over, but we got to take a dive into why that thing doesn't matter to me anymore. Right? Because I'm not going to lie, y'all, when I'm like in my whatever bag, professional, personal, husband, dad, business, whatever, my silence is low-key strong. Like I need to cut out the noise to be able to, all right, come on, let's work. You know what I'm saying? I think the thing is they always say like, an idle mind is a devil's playground. I think it's important to figure out what you do when you silent.
Yes.
A lot of people be sitting with not even gonna say people, I'm gonna say men. Like you go silent, but you tormenting yourself because you still ain't dealing with what you silent about, dog. You know what I'm saying? So just going silent and not having the skills or the tools or the conversation with yourself in order to get out of the silence or know why I'm silent is crazy. And I'll close on this one thing and then I can you open the floor back up. The one thing I appreciate about education so much that I never thought is after they observe you, they tell you how bad you are and all that great stuff, right? They always say in reflection, what have you would have done differently? So naturally you learn how to reflect all the time on what you could have done differently. Even if, hey, look, and I learned you can have a perfect lesson. They gonna tell you did something wrong. Okay, cool. Yeah. But you reflect on it, and you even reflect sometimes and be like, "Man, they tripping." I get it, but cool. So silence doesn't always mean something bad. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times in 2024, the silence is worth addressing. Ladies, it's a little plug. I know we're an hour and a half in. Hey, you've been real quiet lately. Is everything cool? Because I'm being long-winded, but I'm sorry. Because on the Monday Night Crew a couple episodes ago, we talked about what it looks like observing your partner and them not saying it and you being able to say like, hey, I can tell this is going on. So ladies, I would say if you don't know what your man's silence means, ask.
Yeah.
Ask. And vice versa for guys. If your lady's super silent and she's not happy about said thing, ask, dog.
And save the relationship.
Answer and trust and accept the answer too, because
sometimes them answers be vicious.
And sometimes you take it too personal and it's a projection. It's like, nah, that was just a response.
Is there any way not to take your lady's words not personal?
Just take them at value. Like, all right, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. Let me put that disclaimer out. It's not like, but it's like it's the sense of not trying to be too reactive. Like, if you really want to know what's going on, you gotta take yourself out of it a bit. Because that reaction is more the ego in you speaking than it is you being a supporter and trying to figure out what they need in that moment.
So Brittany said, if you don't ask, do you even like him or her for real?
Facts. That's why I said it could save the relationship.
Yeah.
If you notice me being silent, that means you paying attention.
Yeah.
And if you ask,
I ain't trying to extend the show, bro, but I feel like people go silent every day and it's ignored. Silent don't always look like not talking.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people who are in their house with their spouse right now, and they spouse is dead silent on something, and they have no idea.
That's very true.
They have no idea. Something to the case of like, damn, like, man, boy, look here.
You're equating that silence to one specific thing, and I keep equating the silence to
literal
overall.
Yeah,
like,
the whole
the whole thing. Like, if I get silent, I'm at the end. You're talking about, I hate when you leave the toilet seat down, lift it back up for me when you done, but I ain't gonna speak on it. You talking about like something specific.
Yeah, I give an example.
Lift the toilet seat.
I give an example. Every time you talk to your lady, you be like, I'm about to step out on such and such. She be like, all right. It used to be a problem. She's like, all right, go ahead.
And now all of a sudden it's not. You ain't done nothing different, but all of a sudden it's not.
Yeah.
And she's still talking. She's still like, cool, go. But if you're not reading that correctly, she's going silent on that issue. Like, she don't care about it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, bruh, even with connection, dog, a lot of people sit on the couch right next to each other on their phones, and they done killed the vibe of like human touch.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not paying attention to your partner.
Yeah, for sure. I about to say something else regular, but I ain't gonna say it, man. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm telling you, yo.
Here it comes. Either say it or
I'm trying to think about how to say this. The space to communicate is just as important as the silence. So sometimes if your partner's silent, you got to evaluate if you're creating a type of environment where things can be said. Because sometimes silence is not always fed up. Silence can be fear. Silence can be.
I don't know how to say it.
Boom. So you got to make sure that environment is right too. You feel me?
Or a sense of understanding what the reaction may be.
Yep.
For sure. But anything else on that, fellas?
Nah.
Yeah, no.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody that tapped in with us tonight, man. His last name Loyalty on this Good Monday. It's your boy K. Mims. I got my bro B. DJ J Dub, Sensei Steve, and we are out, man. Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all.